after she sent out that email calling for them to be put in jail. Out front now, Bill Gates, the Republican vice chairman of Maricopa County's Board of Supervisors. Thank you for coming in, Bill. You've been dealing with this sham audit for months now, but now being threatened and warned by other elected Republicans to watch your back. Can you just talk to me about the level of threats that you have been receiving, especially now?
Yeah, unfortunately, the threats continue, and they're not simply organic. They're being driven, unfortunately, by members of the Arizona State Senate and other Republicans across the country. We receive phone calls into our offices at the Board of Supervisors, our staff, saying that our families are going to be slaughtered and threatening us to stop standing up for the good elections workers of Maricopa County.
I want to offer some context here. You are now being targeted because you are standing up against the sham audit altogether, but specifically because you're refusing now to hand over routers used by the county's election division, which the state Senate has tried to subpoena multiple times. The same thing former President Trump and his supporters are also calling for. Let me play this for folks.
They don't want to give up the routers. They don't want to give them. They are fighting like hell. Why are these commissioners fighting not to give the routers?
We're going to pull the packet captures out of the routers, and then we're going to have a cyber guy. He'll read it, and he'll go, here's what happened. Computer ID, boom. Here's who did it. Here was the attacker. Here was the attackee.
Now, importantly, this is a wild and baseless conspiracy theory that voting machines in your county were connected to the internet on Election Day, and somehow Italian satellites were utilized to change votes from Trump to Biden. Can you lay out once and for all what you know about these routers? It sounds even crazy when I ask it, but I do want to ask it. What you even know about these routers and why you will not turn them over?
Yeah, so here's the issue. This all comes down to the question of whether the machines used in November 2020 election were connected to the internet, and they were not. We had two independent auditors come in. The Board of Supervisors voted for this, and they established that these machines were not connected to the internet. Furthermore, we have provided logs pursuant to these subpoenas from the Arizona State Senate that if the cyber ninjas knew what they were looking at, they would see that these logs establish that these machines were never connected to the internet. But they continue to push forward asking for their routers. Just so your viewers understand, the reason that we're not turning over these routers is because they basically would provide a blueprint, if they got into the wrong hands, of the information systems at Maricopa County. Now, why is that an issue? Well, we have a lot of personal information of our citizens on that information, on those routers. But more than that, actually, if this got into the wrong hands, it would provide information on sensitive law enforcement activities, law enforcement personnel that could put these operations at risk. And it's not just Maricopa County, because we share these databases with law enforcement across the state. So this could literally threaten sensitive law enforcement activities across the state of Arizona if we were to turn these routers over.
But still, the threats come in. These elected officials know this or could know this very easily, but do not. And your family now remains in danger. Bill Gates, thank you for coming on.
Thank you.